You know, whenever I was going to this movie, I was thinking, it's like, hey, when we do our podcast, I'm going to have a lot of criticism that the Donkey Kong rap didn't play during it. But to my surprise, the Donkey Kong rap did play during the movie. Welcome to the Tairimo Boys podcast. I'm your host, Cody. With me in second chair is the one-man sewer level himself. It's Jeremy.
Yep, been in quite a few sewers. I have experience.
With me in third chair is the guy who'd rather be stomping turtles than turds. It's Ryan.
What up, hoes?
Today we've got a very special podcast. Very special. Very key word.
Yeah, this one's extra very special.
Yep, very, very, very special. Today we'll be reviewing the hit Super Mario Brothers movie, the new one, the good one, not the old crappy one. Foreshadowing. So
it is very near and dear to the heart.
It's heartwarming that we did to watch another crappy video game movie. Hollywood finally found its stride 30 years later.
Yeah, well, I mean, you can't blame Nintendo for holding back for so long after that Bob Hoskins massacre, so.
Foreshadowing.
Shadow.
So, first thoughts, Ryan, what'd you think of it?
I loved it, even though I'm a 5-year-old trapped in a 41-year-old's body.
Fair enough. Aren't we all? Jeremy, what'd you think about it?
I loved it. It played on the right heartstrings.
I thought it was a great movie overall. It was fun. Kids will love it. Man-children will love it. I don't know if Grandpa will love it. I see he was playing Mario back in the day, but it's a fun movie.
It was a fun movie from start to finish.
You know, whenever I was going to this movie, I was thinking, it's like, hey, when we do our podcast, I'm going to have a lot of criticism that the Donkey Kong rap didn't play during it. But to my surprise, the Donkey Kong rap did play during the movie.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
All right, so let's talk about the movie. So, starts off with the world famous Mario Brothers commercial. And okay, so first off, what do you guys think about the voice changes, accent changes, whatever?
I got faked out. That's what I expected. When I heard Chris Pratt's regular voice, I was like, what just happened? What the fuck is going on?
I mean, how they handed up the stereotypical Italian accent, and then went back to Star-Lord from Guardians of the Galaxy.
The Brooklyn influenced Star-Lord.
I mean, Chris Pratt's voice grew on you, but I mean, I'd rather have them stuck to the stereotypical Italian voice.
Yeah.
I was going to say the same thing. Like, the voice eventually grew on me, and I kind of accepted it for what it was and enjoyed it. But I do wish they stuck with the original. Yeah, stereotypical Italian plumber voice.
Yeah. Would have been more fun that way, I think. We all have a Mario we knew and loved and grew up with, and then they pull the rug out from under us with a new voice.
Bob Hoskins. Sorry, go on.
My trauma's kicking in.
Sorry.
The
Trigger
PTSD.
warning. Trigger warning. Bob Hoskins and John Leguizamo.
We're just going to throw that in at random parts. Bob Hoskins.
All right, but what I did like is so Mario Brothers, they're plumbers. First time ever. They're not just diving down pipes. They're actually fixing pipes. That was actually pretty interesting. And now we've got backstories for them. We've got like a whole Mario family, like lore now.
Yeah, a little bit of world building.
I don't know if it bothered you guys, but whenever what was it, Brooklyn got flooded, I think like the worst thing you could do is jump down a manhole when the whole place is flooded. You'd probably fucking drown.
It's the last place I'm going.
But in the end, it all works out. They end up finding magical warp pipes and go to the Mushroom Kingdom.
As you do when your city floods.
Or if you're taking magic mushrooms.
Surprise, that's what it was the whole time. Mario fucking tripping.
Well, I mean, it is a video game about taking mushrooms, and they make sure to establish that throughout the game. Not the game, the movie. Not game.
And ingesting them. Sounds like a good time to me.
No, the joke I did like was that Mario doesn't like mushrooms, and I don't know if you guys caught it at the beginning. Like whenever Mario and Luigi are, when they're having dinner with their family, like Mario's like picking the mushrooms out of his Alfredo.
Yeah, I did notice that actually. I did like that. It was just the running joke of the movie.
That's what I used to do when people used to give me mushroom pizza and pick the mushrooms off. But like Mario, maybe I'll get to go to a Mushroom Kingdom now.
Just gotta find the warp pipe. Apparently, they're hidden under Brooklyn.
Gotta wade through a bunch of turds.
And trust me, that's not fun.
Yep, Mario eventually makes his way to the Mushroom Kingdom, and there's a lot of mushrooms there, of course. But I mean, they did a good job with like making the place like look magical, like really fantasy-like,
And alive. Like, bright colors, lots of movement, lots of creatures. It was an exciting nerd moment.
Now, I do have to put a little bit of criticism with it. Maybe I was gonna get to this later, but like they established like the whole world. You've got the Dark Realm, you've got the Mushroom Kingdom, you've got this Penguin Land, and there's an upside down pyramid world. Now, I don't know about you guys, but like it bothered me that they established like it's a big world. There's a few like level hubs, I guess is the technical term, but we only get to see like 3 of them.
Yes, I would have enjoyed to see more.
Like I think the movie would have helped if it would have been like 30 minutes longer and we got a little bit of some of the extra worlds of them traveling through it.
Yeah,
I
maybe
agree
it'll
with
be a sequel to this billion-dollar movie.
Yeah, at this point, with that money that they're making, I'm pretty sure caught Nintendo's interest.
Yeah, if they make a sequel though, they'll probably definitely do more worlds. Like I did like how like it had a very like Super Mario Sunshine. Like you had the Secret of levels where like whenever we're looking at like Peach's like training course that she had Mario do so he can learn to actually do the platforming and stuff. Like it felt a whole lot like that where you've got a whole bunch of blocks floating up in empty space and that'd probably be a speedrunner's dream.
True that. Yeah, that was something that was enjoyable about the movie was the platforming scenes.
Trigger warning: did they have platforming scenes in the Bob Hoskins Mario movie?
I think there's like mechanical boots for the platform.
Oh my god, I forgot about that.
I think some things are best forgotten about that movie.
Yeah, we can leave that one dead. There we go. We gotta shake off the PTSD.
I mean, one of the big plot points in the movie is that they go to like the jungle. What was it called? Jungle Country or something?
Kong Country.
Kong Country. And if you can't figure it out, if you haven't been spoiled yet, you've got all the Donkey Kongs in there. Now, I did like that they put Cranky Kong in there. He's like the king for it.
Absolutely loved it.
I do gotta post some criticism. Like, so they travel around Kong Country with like Mario Karts, probably called something else in this dimension, because
just
Mario
carts.
had just gotten there, so regular carts until Mario came along. But like, I mean, you think Kong Country they would use like shooting barrels to get around? Maybe some rhinoceroses,
right? Throwback to the old Donkey Kong Country game. That is how they got around. That and train carts, primitive animals.
But I mean, there is a huge part of Mario Kart that's in the movie. So I gotta say, like all the like kart racing stuff that was like extremely fun.
Oh god, especially the Rainbow Bridge scene, where he goes off roading to take that shortcut that everybody who's ever played Mario Kart knows. I was like, this is just nostalgic. What a throwback!
I actually don't know that shortcut.
Yeah, there's a famous shortcut in the level. Isn't like Rainbow Road like one of the least favorite levels?
Well, it was always one of my favorites. Then again, I don't care what anybody else thinks. It was one of my favorites.
Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I don't tend to be wrong though.
I will say one thing they did with this movie was their dark scenes were actually really dark. Like when they showed like Dark World and everything had a good evil tone to it. Bowser had a good evil tone to him.
Yeah.
I even heard a Karen go off just a little bit. She was sitting a few rows down from me with her kids. Like, oh my god, this is scary. Lady, get you and your soft ass baby out of here. You don't need to be. I'll enjoy my nerd fun.
Well, I mean, they did do a good job, like with just like beginning of the movie spoilers. Like Luigi gets sent to the Dark World and he gets chased by like dry bone zombies.
It was great. It gave me a Luigi's Mansion feel to it.
But I mean, that scene did put me on edge. Like he's just sitting there hopping around the lava constantly. He's like, if you fall into that, you're gonna get like scorched good.
Yeah, they do a really good scene. Really good job with the dark scenes.
Speaking of Bowser, like I think Jack Black made a really good Bowser.
Agreed.
Agreed 100%.
Who would have thought Nacho Libre knocked it out of the park?
Right? He just killed it. You know, that brings it to the next one. Okay, who is your guys' favorite cast for this movie?
Oh, oh. I'm gonna have to go with Jack Black.
Tony?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to say the exact same thing.
And I'm going to have to absolutely say the exact same thing. He killed it.
I mean, he had a musical number and everything.
That song plays in my head rent free.
I think it's on YouTube for you to watch it anytime. The only thing that disappointed me with the musical number is he gets interrupted early into it, and I mean that's it. You think they would have at least let him finish?
Yeah, he was by far my favorite. But I thought the whole cast in general was good.
Yeah, it had a good cast. Like, now,
Did you guys know who Toad was?
Keegan Michael Key.
Right? Did you know that without looking it up though?
No, I didn't. Like
I did.
During the movie, like during the credits, I was looking, like, I didn't know he voiced Toad.
I had no idea.
I did like the movie's portrayal of Toad because I mean Toad's like a character that could easily be annoying, and like I say, he was exactly not annoying. But,
He was like just annoying enough, but a little tough companion or tough-hearted companion.
They got the perfect mixture of annoying and like actually helpful in the movie.
Yeah, I thought they did really well with how they wrote all the characters.
Yeah, hold on. Whoa. Now, are you saying that about Luigi?
They made him a little too much of a bitch for me, but
Ryan, what do you think about Luigi?
About good old soft Luigi, the damsel, the Italian in distress.
The Italian in distress. That could perfectly describe this entire movie. It's not Peach that's in danger. It's the Italian in distress.
Well, you couldn't have the other one in danger nowadays.
No. Oh, I've got... Yeah, we'll talk about that later, too. Princess Luigi. The theme of this movie.
Luigi, like, did a whole lot of freaking nothing in the movie.
Sorry, Mario, your brother's in another castle.
And he did get captured right away.
I mean, he made it to the final level. But I mean, kind of used the warp pipe to get there. But yeah, the whole purpose of the movie is them to save Luigi. Eventually, they do get around to it. Huge boss fight. Now, at the end, now I've got some criticism about like Mario's like epic plan. So first off, Jeremy, when does a bullet bill become a bonsai bill?
Bonsai bill. Yeah. You tell me.
I don't know, but like Yoshi's Island or Super Mario World or whatever distinctly said the big ones are bonsai bills and the small ones are bullet bills. So there's a critical mass where one becomes a bonsai.
You're the worst riddler ever.
I'm more like the fact dealer. Point out facts. Question when something becomes something else.
I don't know.
But like it bothered like Mario's epic plan. Like I'm gonna lower this giant explosive shell below New York City.
That'd be great for the infrastructure.
I was thinking, it's like, is this thing gonna blow up under like New York and take the whole city with it?
See, that thought had crossed my mind too. I was like, what's gonna happen in New York here? Everybody now has to go to the Mushroom Kingdom, or what?
I missed the credits. Does Homeland Security arrest Mario at the end of the movie?
It's the third credit scene.
They probably should have. The guy came out with like a freaking talking turtle. Who knows how much property damage? I think that's probably what happened. Is they had to flee to the Mushroom Kingdom, so they just fucked everything up so bad in the real world.
They'll never see another toilet in the real world.
That's a fate worse than death.
Don't worry, they have. You can go behind a mushroom. I think the mushrooms like that.
Yeah, but you might be shitting on a toad.
They like that. It's compost. Any other plot points you guys want to hit?
It's really not a complex movie, is it?
It's not, but it's entertaining.
It is very entertaining.
Okay.
I thought they did well with keeping Peach from being too much woman-powered.
True.
Yeah. So...
I had heard that their original plan was to do that, of course, because the message has to be forced on us at all times. But yeah. I heard Nintendo actually intervened and was like, no, this is not going to happen with our movie.
I heard the same.
Like I felt it was fine, like the way Peach acted, because like there really wasn't a mentor character in the movie, and she kind of acted as it.
Yeah, and it wasn't over the top. It wasn't overdone, and it wasn't shoved in your face. Like,
It,
hey, I'm woman and I'm all powerful.
it makes sense in the context of the movie. Like, oh, I've been trained doing this since I was a kid.
So-
And where's the fucking
job,
king
man.
and queen in this kingdom?
Right? Why is there only a princess? How do you get promoted to a princess and there's no king?
How does like a usurper from another world immediately get a royal title? I don't
Must be
think she paid the appropriate plot of land company in Scotland or whatever.
No, she kind of cheated her way to the top, huh?
Yeah, she's like that white-haired girl from Game of Thrones.
Didn't she bang her way to the top though?
Yeah, just like Peach did.
Yeah, I mean, that whole song about Peach is not just talking about her name. Bowser had a creepy affection for her.
I mean, at least it was finally explained. Like, you're going to destroy the Mushroom Kingdom. Like, no, I'm going to marry Peach. Okay. completely out of left field. But let's just run with it. Bowser's just a creepy weirdo.
But it wound up playing into the movie pretty well.
Yes.
Not gonna lie.
Creepy weirdo. Plays in the movie.
Is it ever explained in the original game why he kidnaps her?
It is not explained, is it?
No, it's kind of a MacGuffin. Is that the phrase I'm looking for?
You know what? There's not a whole lot explained in the original game, is there? It's just all of a sudden you're an Italian plumber that is in the Mushroom Kingdom, traveling through different worlds to save a princess.
Yeah, and your princess is always in another castle. And there's like giant piranha people like jumping up and trying to grab you. And squids and turtles.
Ah, the good old days. Makes me want to play Mario Brothers again.
All right, Jeremy, final thoughts?
It was a great movie. Bob Hoskins.
On a scale of the good, the bad, and the ugly, and Battlefield Earth, where would you place it?
I would say the good. Actually, I'll go above that. I'd say the great. I love this movie.
All right, Ryan, final thoughts?
Great movie, really fun. If you're 40 years old and a man, don't go to the theater by yourself and see it. Make sure you bring somebody with you.
Preferably a date.
Preferably a date of age. And
the Tairimo
Full disclaimer.
boys don't condone any creepy behavior.
And yeah, it was fun. And I would put it just below the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Sounds good. Like I said, great movie, fun movie. It'll easily break $1 billion here whenever.
Which is exciting.
Yeah,
It's great for video game adaptations all around.
I mean, Sonic kind of hit it out of the park.
Well, do you think this was what encouraged Nintendo to finally pull the trigger on something like this?
I think Sonic is what made them pull the trigger.
So could you say the rivalry is still alive? Sonic versus Mario?
I think they play tennis together nowadays. So.
Well, that's the rivalry.
So I don't think it's so much as a rivalry. And Sega kind of isn't in the console wars anymore. All right. So that was the new Super Mario Brothers movie. Next time we'll be reviewing the old Super Mario Brothers movie.
Dun, dun, dun. Bob Hoskins.
Stay tuned.